Hi crafters, Amy here with Amy's Wares, and I have some stencil masking to make a birthday card today. So these are the new Marvelous Mask Hexagon. These are the 5-inch, and this is the Rocky Path, I believe, stencil. I'll let you know in a minute. I have some blending brushes and some mini ink pads, and here's a photo of the finished cards to show you the direction that we're headed. So to start, I'm going to use the inner portion of one of the hexagons with some mint tape just to hold it down, and I'm going to effectively mask off a section right on this card base where I can put the sentiment later. So you could use pixie spray. I was just being lazy here and just decided to use some mint tape and my magnet just to hold it down while I do some very simple ink blending around that design, because I want those edges of the hexagon clearly defined before I move on to the next step. This is a way to make sure that you get all the little details of whatever you're trying to mask. Here I'm making sure I didn't go underneath it because, like I said, I was being lazy and I should have just used pixie spray. So just going to line it back up, and then I'm basically going to put the other stencil down directly on top of it to create that further masked layered design while still working directly on a card base. So I'm picking out some bright colors here, and then I'm just going to use these little mini ink blending brushes here. Actually, I decided to go a little bit darker first because I wanted to kind of mask my mistake. I think I did kind of get under that stencil a little bit. So a way to work around that is just to come in even brighter, because then the mistake is less noticeable when you do that. So now I'm lining up this Rocky Path stencil directly on top of it. I still have that masked hexagon in place below it. You don't want that to shift. And now I'm going to do some even more saturated ink blending all through that Rocky Path stencil. And again, I am working directly on a card base that's 4¼ inches by 5½, so that's US A2 sized. And I am working on accent opaque 120-pound cardstock. So I'm using the same two colors that I did the lighter ink blending around the hexagon, but like I said, I'm coming in very saturated in color and heavy-handed. Now I do find that these little Altenew small blending brushes are able to apply a lot more color, so you get a lot more saturation, which I really like about it, especially in this case. So now I'm going to remove the hexagon, and now I have this gorgeous white space to apply my sentiment. Now I'm not sure the direction that I'm going to head, so I'm kind of flipping through my options. Excuse me. Whoa. I apologize. Anyway, I'm flipping through my options here. This is my sentiment book. I store all these die cuts with baseball card pocket protector sheets, and then I also am going to use a sub-sentiment, and I have all these storage boxes from Tailored Expressions which hold all of the simple strips. So you get this tray in here as well as the tray in the bottom, and you can store all the sentiment strips that you get from Tailored Expressions. So I'm just flipping through, figuring out what ones I want to use. I'm really liking that teal cardstock that I embossed on because I feel like it's a bit of a perfect match to the Love You die that I used. But I'm just flipping through. I have, as you can see, I have many. At the time of filming this, I think I have 9 of the simple strip sets in the boxes. I'm not sure. I have a lot. I love them. Anyway, I'll link them below in the video description box. But I basically put all the components together. I popped up the sentiment strip and kind of trimmed off the edges. And I used a little thin foam strip, and now I'm laying down some resin droplets, which just look really cool, like water droplets. And I'm going to put those down in odd numbers on the composition. And then I put another simple strip on the inside of the card as well. So really easy. It's a fun way to mix and match your stencils. You can create endless designs. So be sure to check out the rest of the February release at A Colorful Life Designs and use my coupon AmyFan10 and you'll save 10% on your complete order. So thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I will catch you next time. Bye.